Hello everyone, long time no see. Today I want to talk a little bit about relapse. I'm an alcoholic coming up on 10 years sober, and it's both funny and sad to look back and see what kinds of terrible things one can justify to keep their addiction going. It doesn't matter if you got a DUI, in fact it's all the more reason to run off and hide in a bottle for as many days as possible. It doesn't matter if you were vomiting up blood a week ago. As soon as you start to feel somewhat normal again, that itch to go back to your habit starts calling, telling you that you'll be fine this time. It won't be as bad as the last time, or the time before that, or the time before that. For me, rock bottom happened the morning after Christmas when I drank a bottle of rubbing alcohol just to black out and avoid reality for a few more hours. And that was the day that I got sober. So why am I talking about all of this today? Because America has relapsed into MAGA. We can debate all day about the hows and the whys, but frankly, I don't need the headache. The fact is that MAGA has shot the bed, and we as a country get to spend the next 4 years lying in it. So my question is, how many terrible things have to happen for America as a whole to acknowledge their issues, get off their asses, and work to offer and elect something better? Apparently the failures of COVID, the trade wars that devastated manufacturers and farmers, the incestuous coziness between Putin and Trump, the active sedition of a sitting president, all of that wasn't enough to keep the American people from going back to the worst president in modern history. So now I have to wonder, will the dismantling of public education, environmental protections, and women's rights be enough? Will the insane cost of a 20% tariff on the average American be enough? I was a bad drunk. My rock bottom ended up having to be a pretty damn low place before I started crawling out of it. And doing so was a hell of a struggle. So what kind of bottom will we as a country reach in 4 years? And what will it take to crawl back out of it? Plus, how much long-term damage will all those years of self-induced harm cause? Finally, will those of us who put this guy back in office, either through supporting him or refusing to support anyone running, acknowledge that they have a problem? Because admitting America has an electoral problem is the first step towards healing what is going to end up being such a devastating fracture in American governance. Hopefully we figure it out as a nation sooner rather than later, but history has left me a cynic, and experience has shown me that sometimes it doesn't matter how bad the real world gets. Some people will refuse to admit the problems staring them in the face because doing so would mean admitting to the personal problems and failings they have. My hope is that enough of us recognize the pit that we've dug ourselves into, and that at least some of the limited options our electorate allows to hold office are willing and able to tackle those hard problems head on. But for that, a hell of a lot has to change between now and 2028. Anyways, this is a brief one. That's all I have for you today. Any thoughts or feelings you may have on it, good, bad, or indifferent, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Other than that, feel free to like, dislike, subscribe, ignore, whatever works for you. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you around.